Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And I'm pumped because Chelsea have made another signing. It is Aubameyang, obviously an ex-Arsenal player, now ex-Barcelona player because he's coming to the bridge. And I'm super excited to be joined by Cheeky Sports and five-man. You just do everything. Joel Beya. Joel, I'm super happy to have you on. You're an Arsenal fan, so I thought that you would give the perfect perspective on this move. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for being polite despite you guys hijacking our player. Well, it's not really a hijack because we weren't in for him, but I'm not gonna lie, Elizabeth. I like your channel. I like what you do. You know, you got a great audience. I'm always supporting you. It was great to meet you, but I'm hurt. I am hurt with this one because Aubameyang, he was close to my heart through the many games where Arsenal didn't perform and his back was hurting because he carried the team to winning the FA Cup, carried the team to winning the Community Shield, and now he's going to be doing front flips at Stamford Bridge. I just can't believe it.
I know, it's crazy. And there's actually a lot of players that have gone from Arsenal and then gone on to Chelsea to do wonderful things, not to throw it in anymore, but I'm hoping that that's the case as well. So
Yeah.
how are you feeling about this move? Do you think that it makes sense for him? Do you think that he's going to be successful at Stamford Bridge?
Yeah, I think he's a goal scorer. He's a goal scorer wherever he goes. He's a very talented man, you know, especially when it comes to goal scoring. He's got an infectious spirit about him as well that I think is really good. And I think you guys need it at the current moment because I don't really know what's going on at Chelsea, but you just don't seem like yourselves at the moment. He's a winner. He's won trophies almost everywhere he's gone. And yeah, he brings that fresh spirit and number 9 that you guys definitely need. He is all about putting the ball in the back of the net. Don't forget, he's only been pushed out of Barcelona by Lewandowski, and Lewandowski is one of the greatest goal scorers ever. You know, so let's not look down on Aubameyang. He is absolutely incredible. It just, you know, they had to pick, and I'm sorry, but Lewandowski probably gets the nod over 95% of the strikers in the history of football.
Yep, yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. And I want to talk to you a bit about his goal scoring because it's something that Chelsea are really needing at this moment in time. And so I was looking into how he did for Arsenal, and in the 2018-19 and then 2019-20 seasons, he scored 22 goals each, which is an insane number. We haven't had that type of goal scorer since Diego Costa, maybe Eden Hazard. And then the following season, he scored 10. And then the season after that, he scored 4 and then obviously moved to Barca mid-season. So what would you say is the reason for kind of like the decline in his goals for Arsenal? And is that something that Chelsea should be worried about?
Yeah, I think with him it's really simple. If he's happy, you're getting goals. If he feels like the main man, you're getting goals. If you're looking at last year, even at Barcelona, he did exceptionally well. 17 La Liga appearances, 11 goals. When he knows that he's the guy, you're going to get the lightning design in the haircut. You're going to get the front flips. You might even get the Wakanda mask and everything he does. And as long as he feels like the team is relying on him to get the goals, he's going to be happy. And the reality is he is going to go there and be the number 9. Yes, he has the ability to play on the wing, but he's going to be the number 9. And I think Chelsea, come on, you guys, as bad as it's been, sorry for the 2-1 loss against Southampton. As bad as it is, you guys have great players. So him linking up with Raheem Sterling, him getting at the end of a Reece James cross, him getting played through by Mason Mount or Conor Gallagher, he's going to get you goals. There's too much creativity for him to not. You know, all he has to do is stay sharp and listen to Tuchel, and he'll be okay.
Do you think that it's a worry at all, kind of knowing that we've had Lukaku and the system, for whatever reason, it didn't work out with a number 9. Kai Havertz, really, he's not a natural number 9, but in that position, he really hasn't gotten off the mark either. Do you think that that's a worry, like based off of Chelsea's system that we implement, that maybe like we wouldn't create enough for him? Or do you think, like, what system does he usually play in, and do you think that will complement Chelsea?
I think he'll be okay in regards to the system. I think with better players, you're going to be able to help, carry out what it is that Tuchel wants to do. Right now, it's the system is a problem because you don't have a natural goal scorer. Like you said, Havertz isn't a natural number 9. I think once you slot Aubameyang into that system, it solves a lot of your problems. And then you're able to Tuchel's actually able to carry out the plan to its full effect. So I wouldn't really worry about the system. Aubameyang's a player that plays in any system he goes to, he scores goals. For him, it's more a confidence factor. You know, he can score on the left and get you goals. He can play down the middle and get you goals. He's just that talented, whether it be at Dortmund. The only place that probably never really worked out for him, as per se, out of the big clubs was AC Milan. But he will get you goals everywhere you go. So whether it be in a national team where, yes, everything goes through him, but the players are not as gifted. At Chelsea, he's not going to have that problem because you've got very talented players. So he's going to be a bagsman anywhere he goes.
I'm happy to hear that, honestly, because we need
I'm
goals.
not.
We're struggling to score goals, and right now Raheem Sterling is the only one who's scoring for us. And like you said, I think it could be really positive. Something that we saw last season was Reece James putting a lot of crosses across the box, and nobody's getting on the end of them. And then against Southampton, yeah, I think it was against Southampton, Raheem Sterling got his goal, but Aubameyang is also going to be getting into those positions. So I think that could be very positive for Chelsea as well. What would you say his main strengths are as a striker?
He works as a team, and he's very team orientated. Everywhere he goes, if there's someone that he connects with and he likes, you're going to get a better performance. He's not one of those guys. Yes, he wants to be the main man, but he doesn't mind sharing the limelight. And you know, at Chelsea, there's so many stars. He doesn't have a problem sharing the limelight, but he needs to be regarded as the main man. I'll give you the example. When he was at Dortmund, him and Dembele, they used to connect very well there. You know, when he came to Arsenal, despite him coming to be the main man on top of Lacazette, he managed to find a way to still have a very healthy relationship where it almost felt as if they weren't competing at the time, even though they were. You know, he brings the team together when he's in good spirits. The same again at Barcelona. He went there. You got all these different stars, up and coming players, but he managed to probably get the best out of Dembele that we've seen since Dembele's been in the Barcelona top. So I think you're gonna see other players are gonna benefit. I can see Mason Mount benefit, and I can see him and Raheem Sterling if they strike a good relationship together, and it's not Raheem trying to be the main man and him trying to be the main man, but they kind of like, you know, fuse together and form a good bond. You're going to get a lot from those two attackers. You really are. And it's a scary sight. You know, like I keep saying, Elizabeth, I just don't want him to come to the Emirates, score and do a front flip. Because if he does that, honestly, I'm losing my mind, man. I'm crashing every
I
single
don't think he would do a front flip. I don't think he would. But
better.
you bring up a good point, because when I did a Raheem Sterling special when Chelsea signed him, what the City fans that I had on said was that Raheem Sterling doesn't necessarily love being like the main man. Like if he has too much pressure to be the goal scorer, then he kind of overthinks it a bit. So I think that this could also be positive from what you're saying, to bring Aubameyang in, because then he's going to be the main goal scorer, and then Raheem Sterling kind of has the pressure off him a bit, and maybe it will just liven up both of them. Hopefully, it'll be good.
No, that's what I think. 100%. He needs a good partner, and Chelsea provide a few good partners, and so I think he's in. I don't want to say good hands because that sounds wrong, but he's going to be able to deliver.
And one of the things you touched on, like if he's in good spirits, if he feels good with the team, he's going to score goals. But should Chelsea fans be worried about how things ended at Arsenal, that he stopped, well, from what I read, he stopped showing up to training, especially given the start that Chelsea have had for the season? It hasn't been the best start. And obviously he's worked with Thomas Tuchel at Dortmund, so that calms me a bit. I don't think that Tuchel would go for somebody that would upset the dressing room, but do you think that is a possibility? Is that a potential weakness of the signing?
I mean, it's down to respect as well. As much of a happy individual he is, I just don't think that he respected Arteta enough. I really don't. I feel like he probably looked and thought, mate, you're not that much older than me. I remember we both played around the same time, and I was a killer striker versus the type of midfielder you were. I just feel like there was a lack of respect that was missing there. I don't think you would have seen this type of behavior if it was under Arsene Wenger. I don't think you're going to get this behavior under Tuchel because he knows Tuchel, and at the same time as well, Tuchel, as you've seen with the Lukaku situation, at least in the beginning, he doesn't play games. And on top of that as well, this is probably Aubameyang's last big move in the Prem or European team. So I feel like he's going to have to, behave a little bit because after this, the moves that I can see look like it's Turkey or like the MLS or Qatar. I'm not saying he won't do well there or he won't get paid there, but this is the last big move in European football. And I guess he's really lucky that he performed well overall at Arsenal. That's why, and obviously at Barcelona, he refound form. That's why Chelsea are looking to splash 16 million on a 32, 33-year-old.
Yeah, it's interesting because just a couple of years ago, Chelsea absolutely stayed away. If the player turned 30, they stayed away from them. They weren't offering them contracts, 1-year contract at most. We've seen that even with our legends, and now we're going out and getting these players. But it's worked out. Like when we signed Thiago Silva, I was a little hesitant about it because I think he was 35, 36 at the time, and he's gone on to be our most consistent player over the past couple of years. I adore Thiago Silva. He's amazing. But just to sum up, I want to make this a very quick bite-sized piece of content. What do you think are the main positives that Aubameyang is going to bring, and rate this transfer for Chelsea on a scale of 1 to 10?
I think the main thing that he's going to bring to your team is goals. Yeah. He's scoring goals. When he cuts inside, Fox in a box, he's going to get you goals. He's going to bring good team spirit as well. He really is. He's a joy to be around when he's happy and he believes in the project. And I think at Chelsea, you guys are always challenging somehow, somewhere. Even if it's not the league, you go far in the Champions League or you're in and around there in the FA Cups, etc. So he's always going to have a challenge, which is good. I think. What was the second question, sorry?
Rate this transfer on a scale of 1 to 10 for Chelsea.
I think for Chelsea right now, where you are and what you need, it's a 9.
Nice.
You need it. You need someone who's proven in the Premier League, happy to come in, slot in straight away and get goals, and he fits in all those descriptions. I think the reason why it's not a 10 is his age. That's the only thing, because it almost feels as if it's not a long-term plan. Because then what does that mean for the likes of Broja? What does that mean? Like it looks like it might have an effect is probably the only downfall to it. But besides that, it's an excellent signing. He's an excellent player and I miss him.
Well, I don't want to say that makes me happy, but it does make me a little happy because we're not doing so hot in the league so far this season. You guys have been absolutely killing it, so I feel like it's an okay thing to say. Yeah,
5 times 3 equals 15. Top of the league. That's what I've been doing to people.
Yeah. Well, Joel, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. It was super last minute, so thank you for fitting me into your schedule and let me know where they can find you.
Oh man, please, you can find me on Instagram on Joel Beya 1 on Instagram. Hilarious stories, football takeovers, not just Arsenal, loads of teams. On YouTube, you can find me on 5. That's Rio Ferdinand Presents 5. We do excellent content there. Our main show, Vibe with 5, does fantastic numbers. We go to different games, we cover different matches, different teams, and we talk to professional footballers all day long. Like, so for example, it doesn't matter who it is. It could be your Mason Mounts, your Emil Smith-Rowe's, your Vincent Kompany's, your Nani's, your you name it, Jack Wilshere's, we talk to footballers on our channels all day long. So it's definitely worth a watch, and I am worth a follow.
Nice. Love it. Guys, I'll make sure to put all of the places where you can find Joel and his content in the description. So definitely make sure to check it out. I hope that you've enjoyed this piece on Aubameyang, and get excited, Chelsea fans, because he is going to be a good signing for the team. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever time you're watching this. And until next time, I'm out. Bye.